March 8, 2014. A day that would forever change aviation history. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, a routine passenger flight from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, begins its journey like any other. But in an instant, the unimaginable happens. Everything seems normal. The weather is clear, the sky is calm, and the crew is in high spirits. For 40 minutes, flight MH370 flies without incident, cruising at 35,000 feet. But then it disappears completely, without a trace. Without warning, the transponder, the critical device that broadcasts the plane's location to air traffic control, goes silent. The plane veers off course, and within minutes, it is lost from radar. 239 lives on board, including passengers and crew gone, vanishing from the face of the earth. Or so it seemed. The question everyone asked: how could an entire plane simply vanish, leaving nothing behind? Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur at 12:41 a.m., heading for Beijing. The last communication from the cockpit came just 40 minutes into the flight.
Good night, Malaysia 370.
A routine farewell to air traffic control. Moments later, the plane's transponder is turned off. The radar is unable to track it, and the plane disappears from civilian radar screens. To air traffic control, the aircraft was simply gone. Despite the best efforts of air traffic controllers, there was nothing they could do. The plane was lost. Automated pings started showing up. The search for flight MH370 began almost immediately, with teams from all over the world converging on a search area that was one of the most remote and expansive on Earth. The southern Indian Ocean, where the plane is thought to have crashed, spans over 60,000 square kilometers. But the search was not easy. The area was vast, and the plane had vanished without any real debris or wreckage to guide the way. The only leads were the pings, a series of electronic signals emitted by the plane's automated system, which showed it was still flying hours after it lost contact with air traffic control. Using satellite data, investigators could trace the plane's path to an isolated stretch of ocean, but the area was far too large to search with certainty. The aircraft's last known position, based on the pings, was over 2,000 kilometers from the nearest land. As the search continued, theories began to emerge. Was the disappearance caused by a catastrophic mechanical failure, a fire, or something far more sinister? One possibility is that the pilots were incapacitated due to a sudden decompression. Without oxygen, the crew may have been unable to maintain control of the aircraft, causing it to fly aimlessly. Another theory suggested that the plane's autopilot system was deliberately engaged, diverting the aircraft far from its intended flight path. Could one of the pilots have been involved? Investigators quickly began looking into the backgrounds of both Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah and First Officer Fariq Abdul Hamid, but no clear evidence of foul play emerged, leaving the door open to speculation. Could it have been a deliberate act? Was this the work of a hijacker, or was there another motive behind the plane's disappearance? These questions remain unanswered, fueling ongoing debates and investigations. One of the most crucial aspects of any crash investigation is the flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder, devices that store critical information about the plane's final moments. These devices are designed to withstand extreme conditions, and under normal circumstances, they can help investigators piece together the events that led to an accident.
But MH370's flight recorders, which would have provided vital data, were difficult to locate. The plane had flown for several hours after it lost communication, and the underwater locator beacons, ULBs, attached to the black boxes could only emit signals for a limited time, about 30 to 40 days. After that, the chances of finding them would drop dramatically. To make matters worse, the ocean floor is incredibly deep, and the signal from the beacons is weak. Search teams had a window of just 30 days before the beacon's batteries died. The size of the area that needed to be covered was mind-boggling, over 120,000 square kilometers. Despite the best efforts, no wreckage was found until years later. In the wake of flight MH370's disappearance, the aviation industry was forced to rethink its technology and safety protocols. experts began pushing for the development of better tracking systems that would allow aircraft to be monitored in real time, wherever they flew. New regulations, such as the requirement for more robust flight data streaming, were introduced to prevent such disappearances from happening again. The International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, called for an increase in the battery life of underwater locator beacons, and modern systems now allow for constant communication with aircraft, even over remote oceans. Despite the advancements in technology and the changes in aviation safety, Flight MH370's fate remains an open question. The wreckage found in 2015 confirmed that the plane did indeed crash, but the cause remains a mystery. The mystery of MH370 has not only haunted the families of the 239 people aboard, but it has left the entire world searching for answers. Could we have done more to prevent such a tragedy? And what really happened to Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370? Flight MH370 didn't just disappear without a trace. It left behind a trail of questions that may never be answered, a reminder of how much we still don't know about the skies we fly in. For the families, the world, and the aviation industry, the mystery of MH370 will continue to linger. What do you think happened to MH370? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more documentaries uncovering the world's most gripping mysteries. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the unknown. Thanks for watching.